Welcome. My name is Keith Hampton, and I would like to welcome you to an incredible training and education company called BitcoinTAF.com or BitcoinTrendandForecast.com. They are an amazing group of people that really have helped a lot of us get involved in the cryptocurrency space to be better investors and way better traders in growing our portfolios. It has been truly a wonderful journey. I was introduced to them about 10 years ago when I was looking for uh, unbiased opinions and strong fundamentals, really good guidance, and it was very difficult to find. Fortunately, I was able to find that with a gentleman named Marius Landman and his wife Wendy, and this group has an amazing track record. Marius Landman is one of the key experts in the world that can do long-term forecasting in the cryptocurrency space, specifically Bitcoin, and secondary is the altcoins. He uses unique algorithms that he's developed over a lifetime of work in the oil and gas industry, actually, where he was using algorithms to predict um, accidents and near misses and events and save the oil and gas industry tremendous amounts of money by being able to show the patterns of how human nature uh, repeats itself, for want of a better word. And that plays out in the markets as well, whether you're talking the stock markets or the cryptocurrency markets. It's an amazing tool that he has utilizing up-to-date algorithms, now tying in with artificial intelligence to really give us good guidance. And what I mean by that is I'm going to share my screen and just um, give you a little preview of what that would look like. So just bear with me a moment. So what we have here is a Bitcoin chart, and what you're looking at is each candle is 3 days. Now we've noticed that we've had quite a trend in the market over the last while, where it's been trending upward. Now, the biggest question that everybody has is what is going to happen in the future? That's the $1 million question. And everybody has different opinions out there, but who has the deep research and the algorithms and the data to be able to predict? Because one person on the internet will say, well, we're just going to have it do nothing but trend up. And it's going to go, hyperbolic. We've got other people saying, no, we're caught in a channel and we're just going to be going sideways. There's really no growth. And we've got others that are predicting doom and gloom that we're going to have a sharp correction and this is, all going to bail down. The question I have is which one is correct? And that's the $1 million question. Now, the good news is I know which one is correct because I have been working with Marius Landman for over 10 years now, and his predictions have been absolutely phenomenal. They really are a cut above the rest. It is just absolutely amazing what we see. And so with that, I'm able to plot out all kinds of different scenarios of what's going to happen in the future. And I know what's going to happen going forward with this. So that is the real reason why I'm involved with Bitcoin Trend Forecast, because not only do we do this with Bitcoin, but we do this with all the major altcoins as well. So when we come to BitcoinTAF.com, this is the website, just BitcoinTAF.com. I welcome you to sign up for free and then explore all the different things that we have to offer in this program. Because I said, not only do you get good guidance and to make good decisions, but you also get incredible training. Uh, Everything's here for everybody. There's a lot of information for beginners just starting out, like I was 10 years ago, to coaching, to training. Like we have a self-paced foundational trading course that I recommend everybody take. Once you do that, you have the skill set to be able to properly trade the markets. It's like graduating from high school. And then we actually have you move on to the ultimate trade course. And believe me, this is the ultimate trading course I've seen. When you've completed this course, you become your own analyst. You'll be able to comfortably on your own be able to trade any market in the world, whether it's the crypto markets, stock markets, Forex, commodities, and what have you. The indicators and training that you get here is bar none the best in the world. And I have taken other courses in the past, and believe me, I've paid 3 times that amount and got only 30% of the value out of it that I get out of this ultimate trade course. So training and education, that is what we really focus on today. The guidance is excellent, but if I don't have the training and education to be able to take that good guidance and utilize it into the market, it's just so important. So you can follow our long-term trading guidance. We have medium-term trading and short-term trading. We work in all the different markets from I would say the centralized exchanges we have in the crypto space to now we even have training education in the decentralized exchanges as well. Corey Gardner is one of our experts in that field, and he is just excelling in that. And he also puts on an ultimate decentralized finance course for people wanting to work in that area. So there's so much here to offer. And the other thing I wanted to show you is that even today, we have, say, something for everybody. So you wanted to see the value of what we have. We have a new tool out there, and it's called the HODL Fire. It's an indicator bot that Wendy Lemon put together that is incredible. It works extremely well on using anywhere from, I would say, 1 hour to 12-hour time frames in the trading market. And I'll show you briefly here how it works. We even have a full HODL Fire course that you can take to work with trainers who specifically use this to get all the bugs worked out of it so you can increase your success odds. So this little tool is simply phenomenal. And what we have here on the screen is the HODL Fire indicator. And we also got, instead of using traditional candles, we're going to be using the Heikin-Ashi candles. But the whole key to this indicator is we want to know where we're at in the market. So we utilize the 200 moving average as a guide. We like to trade above the 200 moving average because it gives us better odds. But this indicator also works well even under that indicator, though there's a little more risk involved. Everything is about risk management. And what we're looking for is momentum. So we're looking for pivot bottoms, this black one here, and pivot tops. And we're looking for confluence. We're looking for buy tags and sell tags. And I'm going to show you briefly how we utilize this. So in the past, let's say we had a pivot top here. I'm looking for pivot bottoms. And then I'm looking for buy tags. Now there's a buy tag just slightly right underneath this. You can't see it on your screen, but it's one there. So what I look for is a pivot bottom, but I'm looking for confluence. I want to make sure because it could be a temporary bottom. As I said, the indicator, as you go forward, you notice up the front here, this bottom is in blue, not black. That means it's not 100% confirmed that is the bottom. That could go away and it could continue to go down. So we want to protect ourselves from buying too early. So what I'm looking for is a buy tag to come in after the pivot bottom, like you'll see here. So in this case, once I gotten the pivot bottom over here and a buy tag, I would enter the trade approximately right there. And so let me just make this line blue, just so it's that'd be an entry. But now I want to protect my capital because it still can, we don't know about the future. It still could turn and go the other way. So to protect my capital, I would set a stop loss slightly below that bottom pivot. In other words, it could be a false bottom. So there, in this case, say if I risked or invested $100, I'm looking at about 3% loss if this thing goes south on me. So I'm losing only 3% of the money I've got invested. Now, as this coin moves up in value, what I do is I move my stop loss up to break even. Now, if it comes back down, I got a risk-free trade, no loss. And as it continues to move up, I will gradually move it into a stop profit as it's moving up very, very slowly, always giving it room to breathe, but protecting my capital, locking in profit. So right there, now I've turned this trade into a guarantee of about 5% profit. Ultimately, what I'm looking for is a pivot top. And when I get a pivot top, that's when I exit the market, somewhere in this range. And lo and behold, I would have locked in this case here, lovely 16, 17% profit. risking only 3%. That is a tremendous risk reward ratio. And that's the key. We want to have good ratios on our risk element. So in this case, I'm dealing with a ratio of about 6 to 1. And folks, I'm quite happy to even get 2 to 1. But this one here was a little better than that. But you simply do this over and over again. We're looking for pivot bottom. We're looking for a buy tag. We enter the market on the buy tag. We set our stop loss. In this case, it's a little bigger stop loss down below the pivot. So in this case, I'd be risking about 5%. And I'd be getting out at the pivot top, and I would have locked in another approximately 12%. And again, I can be doing this all day long. Pivot bottom, pivot tops, pivot bottoms. So now at the front of this, I'd be waiting. I wouldn't be entering the market just yet for 2 reasons. One is below the 200 and the market's kind of chopping sideways and we haven't got a buy tag here. So this could still go down. So I'll be waiting for this to take place. So that's how I utilize this tool. Now, I have, with the training and education that we had from the Huddle Knots course, training course, basic one, and the ultimate trade course, I can use other tools for the confluence of what's happening. And lo and behold, here, this is where I can get a lot more information. And in this case, with all the training I have, the indicators that we get with these courses, I know when to enter this trade because we've got the green dot here at the bottom. We've got this green over crossing the blue. We've got it breaking out of a downward channel. And then I would have known to got out because it crossed back over. We've got a red top and we've got a pivot top. So in this case, we could have gotten in approximately here. We would have gotten out approximately there. And we would have locked in a lovely little 14% here this week with this coin called Ray. And these are 4-hour candles. So I like to use, longer time frames so I can see the patterns. So that's what is so valuable about the tools that we have here to offer. So I highly recommend that you take the time to, go through this. And by the way, we do all the courses and all the training we have. We have weekly Zoom calls on all the information you have here, depending what courses you're taking or what guidance you're getting, where we get you to participate with us so we can answer your personal questions and give you the personal guidance that you get, as well as with all the reports. We get weekly PDF update reports on Bitcoin, altcoins, the medium-term coins. So there's something here for everybody. It is just amazing. And depending on where you're at, we can work with people with, say, a few $100s that wants to work in the market to a few $1,000,000. It's something here for everybody. So with that, I would just like to say, I hope to see you take a real serious look at this. It really is some of the best guidance out there in the marketplace, and the honesty and integrity of the organization is truly above reproach. So with that, thank you for taking the time to join me today, and hopefully we'll see you